How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to ConstantlyVariedFitness. And in today's video, we're going to talk about cupping, the benefits of it, and how you can do it to yourself at home. Now, cupping originated from Chinese medicine, was more of a holistic way of transporting energy through your body and different things like that, but has now recently been popularized, and you see your favorite athletes, you see a bunch of people on Instagram that work out, have a bunch of these bruise marks on their body. Well, essentially what they're doing now is using this as a recovery tool. Now, one of the main reasons for cupping is to help break up any muscle abrasions or knots. So you do a bunch of different workouts, maybe you play sports, your muscles keep contracting, now your muscle fibers start to bunch up, they start to not move as freely and start to get constricted to where now you apply a cup, it's gonna pull up the muscle and help it move more freely and help break up any tightness and abrasion that there might be in your muscle. Another big benefit is helping break up your fascia underneath your skin. So essentially how it goes is you have your skin, you have your fascia, and underneath your fascia is your muscle. So your fascia in between your muscle and your skin tends to glide nice and freely across your muscles and your skin. But again, after a lot of contractions, it might get stiff and sticky and it might not move as freely. So putting a cup here is gonna help it allow for blood flow, getting rid of all the junk and tightness that might be there, and then allowing it to move freely once again. Next is it helps promote blood flow to that area, which can help in a numerous amount of ways. So let's say you have a sprain, you sprained your wrist. You might apply different cups to your forearms to help increase blood flow to that area, attack the tendons and ligaments in your wrist, and help it recover that much faster. Or let's say maybe you have a job that uses a lot of your hands and you have a lot of bent up inflammation in your arms. You apply a cup here, again increases the blood flow and helps flush out all that excess stuff that doesn't need to be there and decreases the inflammation you may have. There are a few other claims of the benefits of cupping, but these are the main ones and the reasons why I use cupping and a lot of people do is to essentially help break up any muscle knots or stiffness that you may have and make sure that everything's getting flushed out and moving freely and that you have full range of motion in your muscles and joints. Next, talking about bruising. I've cupped numerous different people before, and I've cupped some people where I take the cup off and they almost have zero discoloration at all. I cup another person, I take it off, and their circle is dark purple and it lasts for like a week and a half. Essentially, from my experience, the darker the circle means that you had more toxins or you have more inflammation or gunk in that area. And now that it's been pulled up, it's gonna help flush out of your body and it's more beneficial for you to get cupping done. Whereas if you try cupping yourself and you get it done and like, yeah, you notice a little bit of a difference, yeah, you notice a little more range of motion, less stiffness, then it might be for you, maybe get it done every couple of months. But if you're someone that again gets those really dark circles like I personally do, then it'd be beneficial for you to get cupping done once a week because your body really can benefit from it. That's just one way to indicate if it's really beneficial for you. Again, it usually ties into one another. If I go back to the person that doesn't get much discoloration, they don't really notice much of a difference in their lack of soreness or stiffness, whereas usually the person that gets the really dark circles almost notices an immediate relief. So if you don't feel like you're getting dark circles or noticing immediate relief from whatever you are suffering from, then I would highly recommend against cupping and find a different method to help recover, maybe just massages, maybe acupuncture, different things like that. Now talking about the types of cupping. So the ones that I use are the silicone cups. These are my most favorite ones to use. I've used all the other different styles, but I feel like these are the most beneficial because they're malleable and they move around. I feel like once you apply it to the area, it really sticks and can kind of mold to where your muscles are. Whereas if you have a solid plastic one or you have the glass ones and you apply it, your muscles have to move to the object, which obviously won't be more beneficial, but I feel like these two kind of work together to kind of both stiffen up and pull in and really get really deep into my tissues. I've done, again, all the different styles, and when I've done the glass or I've done the plastic, I don't get the same deep, dark marks as I would with the silicone ones. Now with that being said, with whichever method of cupping you would do, typically you would have a massage oil. So I have this relaxing massage oil I got on Amazon for like $5 or $6. I bought almost a year ago and I still have like a fifth of it left, so it lasts a really long time. But I'll supply a little bit of massage oil to the area, I'll squeeze, suction cup it to my skin, and then from there I can kind of move it around and go to the length of the muscle. If that isn't too painful, sometimes my legs are really beat up, they're really sore, really tight, and that'll just kill me. Or I might just apply the oil, suction cup, leave it there, and then after about 5 or 6 minutes, I'll take the cup off. So once you've done a cupping session, you will tend to be left with a dark circle. It'll last anywhere from about 3 to 4 days up to a week, week and a half, again, depending on how severe your body is feeling, depending on how sore it is, how stiff it is, how much bent up toxins you may have in your body. So when I do cupping, it usually lasts for about a week, and that's how often I typically do it. I don't always do it to the same areas. I do have certain chronic areas, like my low back is always really tight and really stiff, and doing cupping on my low back definitely helps break it up there. But if some days my shoulders are really nagging me because I'm using a lot more shoulders this week, I'll cut my shoulders, I'll cut my quads, calves, whatever I need to do to essentially break up that area, make that area feel better, recover faster, and get ready for my next workout. I only personally use it on muscle tissue, but I've heard that you can also use it on tendons and ligaments. I personally wouldn't do that. If you're going to do the cups yourself, I would go to a professional to do it on a more tricky area like that. But for the muscles, there's really no wrong way to do it. Essentially, especially if you're using the silicone cups, the tighter you can get it, the tighter the suction is going to be. Whereas if you kind of squeeze a little bit, obviously it'll be a little less of a suction. It'll be a little more bearable to get done. But I would typically only have the cup on there for anywhere of as low as 2 minutes, depending on if you can't bear anything more than 2 minutes, but no more than 6 minutes. I feel like that is the maximum you can go. Whenever I go to get my cupping done at my chiropractor, he would only leave them on for about 5 to 6 minutes, and really I would notice a huge benefit just from that amount of time. But that is my video talking about cupping. If you guys have any questions or comments about cupping or recovery, make sure you leave them down below in the comment sections and we'll get back to you or make a video on it. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe for plenty more, and we'll see you guys next time.